when David Warner got out, already they had got a little bit stuck earlier, and then that phase between 26 and 35, the early part of that was just after Warner departed. It might say 53 for no loss, but the point is, even though they didn't lose wickets, they just didn't get enough runs there, and because of that, they left themselves 166 in the last 15. That's the phase. If they could have got another 30 runs, the fact that they didn't lose wickets meant that they would have been chasing 135 in the last 15, which is eminently gettable.
It is, but you know, I think where they missed the trick was the first 15 overs. I thought David Warner wasn't able to get going after the bowling after a certain point in time. As an opening batsman, chasing that much, you want to look at giving yourself a little bit of a base to say, okay, I'm in now I can go after the bowlers. But he wasn't able to do that. Even in the previous game against against Afghanistan, he really took his time and batted out a lot of balls, but he didn't look like, you know, the bat was just flowing and he was in a zone, or he was getting to that zone. We felt in the last game that he was probably building up to it, but today I think is a testimony to the fact that he's just not finding it, but he's in search of it, and he wasn't all there. And I think that was the difference. Today he scored 53 of 84 balls, 56 of 84 balls. Under normal circumstances, even if he played 84 balls, he would have been at the worst about 65. You know, it wouldn't be much. It wouldn't be more than that. And even if that was the case, towards the end, that could have been the difference. You know, and I also think that Maxwell kind of missed a trick there. I think he panicked a little too soon after Stoinis' wicket. And Alex Carey had just come into bat. He probably didn't have enough faith in Alex Carey at that point in time. Maybe that's why I felt he missed a trick. But in case he did see off that over from Chahal, maybe they were in with a chance. But credit must be given to Chahal. He got two important wickets in the form of Warner and in the form of Maxwell, which, you know.
But since we are sticking to the Australian point of view, in hindsight, I know they were looking to go just like India did, first for 10 overs, then that consolidation, and then the chase at the end. Yes, they left themselves too many. In hindsight, would they have preferred to have sent Maxwell further up, given that you have Carey down?
Not at all. I think, you know, they approached the innings in a good fashion with just one trick missing. There had to be one guy in every partnership who is looking to be positive, who is taking the attack to the opposition. You know, and the other guy, once the aggressor departs, then the set batsman who is already in
becomes the aggressor.
has to take that responsibility of being aggressive, because he's been there for a while. I think that's the trick which they missed. I think they overanalyzed the wicket as well, because they are expecting the wicket to slow down, and even if the wicket was helping spinners a bit, but there was no one really putting that pressure. You know, you have to alter the length as well. You know, if you don't attack the bowler, he gets comfortable just, you know, doing the right thing. How do you get someone off track? You know, by putting that pressure, by showing that intent, and that's where you get those one or two loose balls which you can capitalize on. Which was that's the only trick missing, because you look at the stack up and you look at the way at the back end of the innings, how Maxwell also walked in and could put pressure, how Carey could put pressure on the bowlers, but there were just too many to get at that stage, and your main bowlers were bowling. So if you the fact that Maxwell also had to go after Chahal at that stage, the point which you're making, you look at the last 10 overs, you had 4 overs of Bumrah. You had 3 overs of Bhuvneshwar, you had 2 overs of Chahal, and you had 1 overs option between Hardik and Kuldeep. So that's something, you know, that's something which I liked. Like, you know, as a captain, you had all your resources there, your main bowlers, which you can rotate around. You know, so you don't have to bowl Bumrah 4 overs in a row. You know, in 10 overs, you can split those overs as well and attack with Bumrah up front. So even if Maxwell was staying there for another over or so, you would have seen Bumrah coming back, using those into the wicket slower ones, which Bhuvi also used beautifully. So that's something, you know, that's how the game goes. I think what you needed to do was, you know, create that situation, those 20 runs early, and that those 20 runs, when you have that kind of intent, might give you 35 if bowlers succumb to pressure.
Yeah.